Alright, in this YouTube video, we're going to be reacting to Tectone talking about how Zenless Zone Zero will not be a failure. I'm not sure if it's live right now, but I'm currently downloading Zenless Zone Zero. I'm excited for it. I'm going to play maybe a week or two. If I like it, I'm going to continue playing it. If I don't, I'm probably not going to play it, obviously. I mean, right now, gacha games have been very stale. I mean, Wuthering Waves has been fun for like the story quest. That quest was pretty sick, but then again, I went back to how I usually play gacha games, which is log in for 8 minutes, log out, play another game, or use my phone. You know, that's how gacha games are now. It kind of sucks, but yeah. I mean, I don't think Zenless Zone Zero will be a failure. I think if they do the same thing as Genshin, which is like not provide any polls, their events are pretty trash. If they do the same exact scenario for Genshin, I think it'll be a failure. But I don't think like Zenless Zone Zero has like the FromSoft power, where if FromSoft delivers a Souls-like game, everyone's gonna buy it. I think Hoyoverse has the same power, which is if they make a game, everyone's gonna play it. But who knows how long everyone's gonna play it. But yeah, let's just continue with this video, see what Tectone has to talk about.
Guys, we're gonna go through everything right now. We're gonna talk about this because I need to explain the over-hatred and the lack of care for Zenless Zone Zero. So I sent this clip a couple seconds ago, which was this. Okay.
Well, we'll have to see.
Oh, wait, is it Zenless Zone Zero like a furry? Like, I've seen so much furry characters more than the actual characters.
The quote is, "It's over for Zenless Zone Zero. This is the level of hype people have for it after the live stream." Just to set you some context. Right, so generally,
I don't think there's hype in it because I feel like Hoyoverse is known for Genshin, and you know how they did in Genshin. So I think everyone's just like scared if they're gonna do the same thing with Zenless Zone Zero. I think that's a reasonable thing. You know, if a company is trashing their players, are you gonna really have hype for the next game? I don't think so. I don't think it's a big deal to not have huge hype for a game.
A big event for streamers such as Ziox, going through his analytics. Like, for example, let's see if I can find this. Huge live stream. Firefly will bless us. Clorand is here. You know, we see some of the bigger streams getting around 7.1 thousand viewers or 9.5 thousand viewers. So Ziox went live the other night to watch the Zenless Zone Zero dev live stream, which admittedly was at 6 a.m., but that's usually when they are anyways. And he
which is insane. Like who's waking up at 6 a.m. to watch a freaking live stream?
Average of 5.5k viewers with an average of 4.1, which is generally much lower by his other live stream reaction in comparison. About 40% of the average viewership that, or sorry, 60% of the normal viewership that he actually gets during the actual live streams. Okay, and with no competition as well, because if I was live, I would have also taken probably an extra 30% of his viewership, because whoever's in the top left of the category generally gets the most viewers. Well, let me rephrase that. They do get the most viewers, and they also kind of cannibalize the other streamers' viewership, because that's how streams work. That's why stream PvP is very real, whereas YouTube PvP is a lot less real, because in YouTube you share the views, whereas Twitch you actually have to fight for them. So we got around.
Dude, which is true. Honestly, I feel like it's way harder for you to grow a channel in Twitch, just because if someone's bigger already, let's say, like Tectone said, I feel like if he went live when I go live, no one's gonna watch me more than Tectone, you know? So that's the problem with Twitch. It's like, it makes sense because it's like that person also worked hard for their channel, and since they did it way more successful and earlier than you, it's gonna make you have a harder time to have a successful channel. That's why I actually enjoy doing YouTube, because it's like a little bit easier, but it's also like if you grow a channel on YouTube, you're able to grow a channel on Twitch. That's why you should start off with YouTube, then Twitch, not Twitch, then YouTube. That's my personal opinion though.
Around 5.5 thousand viewers during the Zenless Zone Zero live stream, almost completely uncontested by anyone else of his caliber, Ziox being most likely the #2 gacha streamer on the entire planet, which is a huge accolade. Okay, after the live stream was over, this was his reaction.
But we'll have to see. As it stands right now, my take, I'm very question marked, in the sense of I'm gonna give the game a try, and then if I like it and if you guys like it, I'll keep playing it, and if you don't, or if I don't, then, you know, we'll decide then.
So that's pretty much the...
But okay, so I'm not trying to say like, but when I was watching, I watched clips of it. I'm not gonna say I watched everything. I watched clips of the Zenless Zone Zero live stream. I gotta say, it wasn't like I don't know. I think it wasn't as great as it could be. It didn't really show much. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting it because it was like 3 days ago, right? 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting most of it, but like from the clips I've seen, it doesn't show much of the game. That's why I feel like I'm also not really inclined to make this as a quote unquote main game. I know gacha games can't be a main game, but like this could be a quote unquote main gacha game. I don't know what they would have to make me play the game, but I'm gonna obviously try it for a week or two and then see if I enjoy the game. But yeah,
the most lukewarm reaction that you can possibly give. Okay, that's pretty much like, I have no idea how the fuck to feel about this game, but why don't people know how to feel about this game? I believe that I'm a content creator where I can predict when games are going very well and when they're not. A lot of people told me I was crazy for saying Wuthering Waves is going to blow the fuck up and be a competitor in the big three gacha space, and it is. However, the big three is now becoming a big four because I too also believe that Zenless Zone Zero is going to be very big on launch. I do think that. Now, I don't know if
I think it's going to be big on launch because it's a Hoyoverse game. It has the Hoyoverse logo. I think that's the reason why it's going to go big. I don't think, like, maybe they do something different that makes it actually go big, but I think because it's a Hoyoverse game, that's why it's going big. Wuthering Waves did something different from other gacha games, which is the ecosystem, right? You're able to farm it every day. I feel like if Zenless Zone Zero has a feature that makes it different from Genshin, Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Impact Third, or something like different, you know, I think that will make it more successful. But I think right now, because it's a Hoyoverse game, I think it's gonna have a bigger boost compared to other gacha games.
to remain big after launch, but I do think it's going to have a great launch and probably be the lowest of the four, but I do still think that Zenless Zone Zero is going to be a very good game and a game that I'm actually very excited to play myself. I want to go further into why I'm excited on playing Zenless Zone Zero and why I think the game is going to be good. Just to give you some more context, we're going to pull up Google Trends and we're going to pull up a couple games, okay? Genshin Impact.
What was he searching, bro?
Yes, sir. And then we're going to go by worldwide to keep it fair for everyone. Then we're going to look up Honkai Star.
Bro, I'm still so amazed Genshin got so huge. It's actually insane. Like, looking at a graph and seeing how insane Genshin grew, it's actually, like, cool. But it's like, oh my god, how did this game get so popular?
Real video game, and then we're going to pull up Wuthering.
Damn. That's it? Honkai Star Rail did this bad? I mean, compared to Genshin, it did pretty good for a game. Like, this was Genshin. I know the whole, like, COVID thing, but, like, it was that big of a difference. Jesus.
Waves video game, and we're going to sort
Wuthering Waves did better than Honkai Star Rail?
by the past, let's do 1 year. So as you can see, Wuthering Waves popped the fuck off and dropped very hard, which, by the way, if you go to my previous videos, I predicted exactly that was going to happen.
Well, I think that makes sense, right? I'm gonna be honest, Wuthering Waves is probably the most boring game. Like, this is me who loves Wuthering Waves. It's the most boring game when there's nothing to do. Like, Honkai Star Rail, you're able to do, like, multiple things, but like Wuthering Waves, sure, you got the ecosystem. Who's gonna farm the echo? I don't farm the echo, you know? Like, I do the task field, I do my dailies, and I'm out. That's all I do. I barely even do that, honestly. Out of those three games, Wuthering Waves, when there's nothing to do, is the most boring game. When there's something to do, it's like the most hypest game. I think Genshin is probably the second most boring. Wuthering Waves is the first most boring. Yeah, Genshin's the second, and then Honkai Star Rail is the third. I don't even play Honkai Star Rail that much, honestly.
Wuthering Waves is most likely floating around the same relevancy as Honkai Star Rail, which is currently the most profitable gacha game on the entire market. Speaking of which, there will be gacha PvP tomorrow, where we'll see the revenue report, where I do think that Wuthering Waves will be the second most profitable gacha game on the June 2024 revenue chart. That is what I believe.
That makes sense.
R/gacha gaming will be losing.
I don't actually look at the
top two.
I don't look at those charts, but yeah, that would make sense. It has Yinlin and it has Jinshi, which are the most two popular girls. And then, oh my god, dude, Chang Li would make a huge boom. I'm gonna predict this, dude. Chang Li is gonna be as big as Ganyu when she came out. That's how big she's gonna be.
Top three.
Maybe even bigger.
It's had a great fucking month. I think it had a great launch comparatively to what people are saying. I do think there were issues, but I do think the company commented on them enough to where people shouldn't turn their back on Wuthering Waves and keep your eye on this game, because I do think Wuthering Waves is going to get better and better with every single release. But I do think it's going to require a full system reset, waiting all the way until 2.0 to get a full back in the swing of things and become even more relevant than it was, due to the fact that them having to hyper accelerate their launch from a 6-week development cycle to a 5-week development cycle, and now they're going to have to take the dreaded 7-week development cycle, which is very bad for keeping relevancy for your game. However, I understand why they're having to do that, and even more so, now they're going to be on the same release schedule as Zenless Zone Zero, which means there's going to be direct competition
Dude,
between the two.
that's gonna be huge competition. It's whoever drops the hottest chick. That's gonna be the competition.
Single time the game launches a version update. But here's the thing. How well is it going to do on launch? Okay, well, let's pull it up. Okay, Zenless Zone Zero. So we pull this up right here, and you look, this is Zenless Zone Zero's relevancy. And
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? I think Zenless Zone Zero is gonna be like this, and then once it launches, I think it's gonna reach a little bit higher than Weathering Waves, and then it's gonna dip down after maybe a week or two, and it's gonna be below Honkai Star Rail.
you can tell right now, 4 days away from launch, it doesn't look that good. Now, does it? However, the thing that you have to understand is that the game, whether you want to think it's botted or not, there is 44 to 45 million pre-registers as of right now. Whether you think that's botting or not, that's up for you to decide. Their marketing is trash. I think that is a point that's up for debate. I think their marketing is trash for adults, but I think for Zoomer children, I actually think it's
I thought the whole point of Zenless Zone Zero was adults. I thought it was an adult game, was it not? I thought it was like PG, or it's not rated R, but I thought it was like PG, like 13. Or not PG-13, but like, you know, like it is like 18-year-olds. Because they're making them more like showing skin and stuff, right? Or am I tripping?
Right, good. I think if you're above the age of 26, you're not going to like their marketing. I think if you're below the age of 16, I think you're going to fucking love their marketing. And that's how I generally think it goes. I do think this is aiming for a lot younger of an audience. That's why they have a lot of characters talking about childs. Okay? That's what I genuinely...
Yeah. I remember when they were showing the trailers and every single one of them was talking about children. I was like, should I be watching this?
Now, here's what we can infer. Okay, I need to get you back around 5 years. So every single cycle of every game ever has the exact same trend. Okay, 1 week out, there's a difference between 20 to 30x of their pre-hype before the game explodes. Okay, so right now, the pre-hype phase for Genshin was a 6. The pre-hype phase for Honkai Star Rail was a 3. So half the pre-hype phase of Genshin Impact. For Wuthering Waves, the pre-hype phase was, I shit you not, a 6 as well, matching Genshin Impact's hype entirely. For Zenless Zone Zero, 4 days before launch, we're already at a 7, which means the marketing team is actually doing a very fine job.
How the hell are they doing a fine job when it's that bad? What?
You think we're going to see a similar spike the same way that we did see with Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, and Genshin Impact?
Like I said, it's gonna be higher than Wuthering Waves, but I think it, like, after a week or two, it's gonna die down to Honkai Star Rail level. I think that's how it's gonna look like.
I do think that we're going to see this game explode. So many people say, oh man, I just really don't care about the game, but once again, they're gonna do the same fucking thing that they always do, that I always call them out for. They only like something once it's made. When it's grinding, nobody wants to give a fuck about it. This community is fucking fickle.
I'm gonna be honest. He's true. He caught me red-handed. Dude, I can't lie, dude. I can't keep killing the same monsters in Wuthering Waves. I can't keep killing the same monsters in Honkai Star Rail. It is so grindy. Oh my god, he's right though. Like, I love looking at the animation of Wuthering Waves, but looking at it 50th, like looking at it like 500 times, hitting the same button at the same monster, it makes you lose your mind. I'm losing my mind doing it.
They're fickle, and they're fake as fuck. And that's the goddamn truth. So many people that are shitting on Zenless Zone Zero now will completely flip the script and talk about how amazing it is on launch.
I'm curious about the combat in Zenless Zone Zero. I've seen a bit. I'm just curious on what it actually is, because last time I watched the video, this was like when they first announced it, right? I think when I watched the video, they were saying that if you press the ultimate button, there's a way for you to like switch characters, press the ultimate, switch characters, press the ultimate. Like, it's only the ultimate button. So hopefully they change that. But I'm honestly interested in the combat. That's why I wanted to try it.
And they will
That's an insane pause, by the way. I don't know if I could do that again.
formulate an opinion once they've seen the public opinion themselves. If it's positively receptive, they'll say, wow, very good. If it's negatively receptive, they'll say, oh man, I don't like it. Let's not play it, guys. Let's go back to Genshin Impact. It's lame. And we've
Oh my god. Oh,
seen
man.
this pattern not once, not twice, but 3 times already. And we're going to see it a 4th time again. I think Zenless Zone Zero is going to do very well. Let me tell you why. I think the majority of the character designs are very good. I do. I know a lot of people don't like them because they feel clayey. And I do really enjoy the current Kuro Games animation style. I like it very much.
Is the character design good in my opinion? I think the robot guy, I liked him. And the big booba girl, I liked her. Was there a furry? I think there was like a black and white dog. Am I tripping, or is this another freaking game? Was there a black and white dog? Because I swear I have this image of a black and white dog. That seems like a Zenless Zone Zero character. But that one I didn't like. And then the girl with the puppets, I don't know. There's a trailer for her. It was a puppet girl, and she's exactly like Yinlin, but it's just like weird. I didn't like her character design. That was pretty ugly. But those two I actually really liked.
It's subjective, and it's your opinion. Me personally, I do love Zenless Zone Zero, the way they make their characters. I also love their fluidity of the animation, and I think the way they tell their story is very interesting. However, I don't think the story is that good from what I've seen, unless they're going to change it from CBT2.
I gotta be honest, Hoyoverse doesn't make a good story. They don't make good stories, bro. Genshin was never a good story. I don't know who the hell thought Genshin was a good story. Like, even the beginning when I played that game, I thought the story was trash. I was like, this story is so garbage. The animations I haven't seen much. I've seen like the dude spinning around shooting a gun. That's all I've seen. That was pretty cool. I don't know the big booba girl's animations. What the hell does she even use? She seems like she uses a claymore. I swear she seems like the type of person to use a claymore.
As well as the TV system. Zenless Zone
I don't know what that is.
A lot that has subject to change. And I'm going to be playing it on day 1 of launch, and I'm going to be playing the fuck out of it. I'm going to be attempting to beat all current content, so much so that I'm actually neglecting going to California to go to Anime Expo, because I'm so excited about Zenless Zone Zero's launch, I'm going to want to do a 24 to 48 hour stream on launch, especially if the game has drops. I think people are really...
I feel like doing that will make you hate the game. Doing that thing, doing like a 24, 48 hour stream is just gonna make you hate the game, bro.
Turning a blind eye towards it, because they always do, because it's a Hoyoverse game. And these Hoyoverse community players are so miserable to where they won't want to support you unless they've already made it, to feel included in this come-up story, and they don't possibly want to end up supporting someone who didn't. I feel like people who are excited for Zenless Zone Zero shouldn't be deterred by what other content creators are saying for why the game is doomed. I think other viewers should be very much inclined to go and formulate their own opinion before listening.
Like I said, I don't think it's gonna die. Like, look, like I always say, dude, it's a Hoyoverse game, dude. They slap a Hoyoverse sticker, and it's a freaking popular game, right? Is it gonna be a big game for a long time like Genshin? I don't think so. I think just like Wuthering Waves, it's like once you do 1 or 2 weeks of it, it just gets boring. Like Wuthering Waves hasn't been the same. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Wuthering Waves have not been fun lately, so I've been not playing it that much. I'm excited to play 1 or 2 weeks. If it's still good by then, I'll keep playing it. If it's not, I'm just gonna not play it anymore.
To someone who's financially advised to speak highly or speak negatively of a game that they want to play. Fuck what content creators think, and fuck what fake content creators think even fucking more. Who's fake? That's up for you to decide. Okay, but eventually when you watch a creator for so long, eventually things will start to make sense. However, here's the other big thing. I think at this current moment, the gacha genre is actually getting harder and harder and harder to get into. And I think it's harder and harder and harder to earn an audience for. Because now this space has blown the fuck up. And now there's variety. And now all these people who are used to getting free viewership by playing Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail are realizing, oh God, I'm not entertaining. Oh God, all I do is just regurgitate what everybody else is saying. Oh God.
That's true. I mean, dude, you could... the YouTubers I've been watching, that seems so fake when they're playing Genshin. Like, I don't even know their names, but like, dude, there's so many that I watched, and I was like, I was a kid when I was watching it, like 15. I don't know how old I was, but like watching it, and I was just, even I could tell, like, I was like, why am I watching this fake guy speaking about this game thinking it's so good? Like, like I like Genshin, it was fun, but like there was times where I was just like so mad, and I was watching a video where this guy was like praising the hell out of the parts that I thought was bad, and I was just like, why are you praising the parts that are actually bad and are like everyone knows this part of Genshin is bad, like the resin system, for example. I thought it was trash, right? And I'm pretty sure everyone thought it was trash. Then I watch a video on like someone thinking it's so good. I was like, bro, come on, bro, stop being so fake. Stop.
I actually don't know how to entertain, and if I'm not making a guide or saying something quirky, I have no idea how to run a fucking channel. And I think people are going to be overly negative towards games that don't guarantee them viewership. And I think we're going to see more and more people being overly negative because they're bad at their jobs. This video will piss a lot of people off, and I'll be real. Please react, because I would love to react to your reaction.
Oh, Tectone.
I feel like Zenless
just play,
Zero,
bro.
at this current time, I feel like y'all players have nothing to worry about. I feel like the launch is going to go very well. I once again think it's going.
I mean, look, 45 million people, even though some of them may be bots. I'm not gonna say they were because I have no information on that. I have no knowledge of that either. But I think, honestly, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. It's just that, is it gonna be consistently good? That's the problem.
Be the least successful gacha game of the big four right now, but I do think it is going to be a very viable game for furries and weebs, and also most.
See, it is a furry game. Oh my god, I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's so many furry characters.
I think Zenless Zone Zero will attract the most casual audience out of any gacha game that's currently played, and that can either be a big pro or that can be a big con. If you're looking for a game that you can really sink your time and effort into, I don't think so.
You know what's actually amazing? I'm gonna say this, right? And I know nobody's gonna watch till the end, so I can't really. But it's so insane how Tectone's chat could tell the difference between him ending a video and him starting a video. It's so cool. Oh my god, it's actually so insane.
Zone Zero is that game. I do think that
like nobody gives credit to the chatters because they know when it's end and when it starts.
We're looking for a casual, fun combat game with goofy mini games that you can play during high school or middle school or during college. I think that this will be the game for you. But the question is, what are you looking forward towards in this game? Me personally, I just want to see Nicole get fucked. And
okay. All right, buddy. All right. No, me too, but like, come on, bro.
$500 to play as the big wolf guy and fuck Nicole.
Oh my
I'm
god.
Go. I don't know how much money I need to send to China for them to revert the Nicole booby nerf, but if there is a dollar,
yeah, but you're paying for 2 houses, so you got no money, buddy.
Please let me know, because, or at least a Nicole skin that brings back them big old jugs. That shit was fucking awesome. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah. All right. I think it's gonna be successful. I don't think they're gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be actually like a really good game, but I don't think it's gonna be consistent good. That's what I'm afraid of. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.